Governor Gavin Newsom says he will push to use legal tactics that were included in the Texas abortion law and apply them to gun laws here in California. This has gotten a lot of talk. Fox 40 legal analyst Ken Rosenfeld is live at his office in Sacramento to talk about this case and others making headlines. This is a big week for not only Newsom and this announcement here. Ken, when you hear about him trying to use the same tactic that was used in the Texas abortion law, do you think it will work? And if not, why not?
No chance it's going to work. This is a goose gander thing. What Governor Newsom is saying is that we want to take a liberal policy and apply the same conservative logic used in order to have enforcement and have private citizens be able to sue gun companies. Problem is, guns are sacred cows, and they're sacred cows to the federal government. And unlike abortion, there is actual constitutional words used protecting guns. That's not found anywhere in the Constitution. So in order to sue gun companies, you have to get through federal protections, which will never happen with the Supreme Court. If this came in front of the Supreme Court tomorrow, and it's not, but if it did, it fails 6-3 right away, and anybody can put that bet on.
And what you're referring to is Roe versus Wade was an established case, but the gun laws are actually written in as our Second Amendment. You know, these are actual laws that were written in by our forefathers. That's why it likely won't stand a chance. Let's move on to the second story that I think a lot of people are talking about. The Kentucky Candle Factory. Obviously, the tornadoes blew through 100 people. Some of the employees there say that they were forced to stay on the clock under threat of being fired if they left for the weather. This screams liability to me.
Oh, it's going to be enormous liability. The Kentucky Candle Factory, buy your shirts and souvenirs now because they're not going to be in business in about 6 to 8 months from the lawsuits and bankruptcy that's going to happen. You can't tell people they have to stay when there's a dangerous, life-threatening situation happening outside the door. Tornadoes are not fake news. You can actually see them. Weather people can actually predict them. And for somebody to say that, well, we don't believe it's true, or we believe it's just going to be some rain and you have to stay, when this kind of devastation, the emotional infliction of distress that's going to be on those employees, and if anybody perished, it's over for the Candle Factory.
Yeah, I was going to say, because, I mean, there was all kinds of problems. Could this also eventually work its way into law? Because what happened there, if they establish, hey, you can't do that to employees, won't businesses from there on say they'll have weather policies to avoid this kind of thing?
Well, you would think so, but you would also think that you got some common sense. I mean, first of all, tornadoes happen every day. And when they are hitting and when they are generating, get out. It's not rocket science here. You wouldn't think you'd have to enact a law to help protect people from something that could help or potentially kill them.
Especially
weather. I hope they're not that stupid. But if they are and they have to enact real legislation to say, in the event of a tornado that's going to kill you, you have the right to leave. Okay, so be it.
Yeah. Ken Rosenfeld.
Never happening in California.
Yeah. Interesting insight into two big cases that are making national headlines. Thanks so much for talking with us. We'll check in next week. Appreciate it.